dreamers, welcome back to Nataliya 101 tutorials, tips and tricks videos. In today's video we will talk about diamond painting by sections. So if you know me very well and you follow me on my personal YouTube channel and other social media, then you know I like to work by the color. Sometimes depends on the size of the canvas. I can work by the section, let's just say half of the canvas, and still by the color. But some of you are so great to work with those little squares to make them perfectly finished and then move on to the next one. So in this video we will try to do this together with me, and I will show you some tips maybe you will use in your diamond painting journey. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and maybe share with your friends, because believe it or not, there is still lots of people who don't know about this craft. So when you share our video, the more people will see, more people will join this happy family, and we can drill together. So guys, let's go hop into my tutorial, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, let's start our tutorial, and who knows, maybe on the end I would like to work by the sections as well. So far I like to work by the color, and when I move my clear sheet a little bit removed from my canvas, I like to use my piece of parchment paper and go up and up, move forward, and I do by the colors, and then I twist around my canvas as I go and find those symbols that I need. So for this example we are gonna practice as per the sections and complete them and go to the other square of diamond painting. So what we are going to do here, you can cut this clear sheet on pieces, maybe like, you know, depends how big you wanna, you can cut 1, 2, and then maybe 4 times this way, because it's a long side, it's 40 by 50 centimeters. But in this particular example I am not gonna cut this clear sheet, and I'm gonna show you later one. Instead we are gonna do something different, and I'm gonna pull out my clear sheet from the canvas completely, and hopefully nothing will land on it. Now I will know how to replace my clear sheet on the top, because I do have a sticker in here which will show me where top of the clear sheet, so I don't mix when I need to replace it. So let me put this aside in here, and I have with me parchment paper. You have to always remember that even wax paper look like parchment paper, but it's definitely not the same thing. So I'm gonna move around canvas the way it's more comfortable for me to do, and now you can observe this gorgeous Forgotten Memories by Anne-Marie Bone, and the canvas is 50 by 40. So I have a parchment paper in here, and I will place on the top where my see, I do have a washi tape on the end, and if this is not go completely straight, I can go precisely all the way where, for example, it's starting, but I will overlap just for in case I cut not straight and it's gonna get a little messy. So I'm gonna a little bit overlap, and it's sticking to the canvas, so it's hard to do. Now I'm gonna smooth this out, and I am going to cut this piece out. You can just simply drag your scissors across, and it's cut nicely. Okay, and because this piece is gonna be a little bit wider, this way is not enough. Okay, so I will have to cut in pieces in here. So I'm gonna go a long way and cover my image again in here. And I just go as I did this one, gonna cut long piece. Like this. And then the rest of, I'm just gonna fold it to measure. If you wanna be like precise, you can do precise. I will do overlap a little bit in here as well. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cut this leftover. We don't need it. Okay, it's not very nice and straight, but I'm sure you can do the better job, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do now, since I already have in here piece kind of, it's pretty good size, so I would mark this out and maybe another 3 pieces. So I have with me measuring tape, not measuring tape, ruler, and I'm gonna use marker and just mark, doesn't matter where, something like this, so we can have another area. Maybe I can make this one a little bit smaller. I'm gonna put marker here, and then I mark one more time this way. Okay, now we need to create squares this way as well. So I think in here I'm gonna make just a 3 line. You can do as many as you wish. If you want a smaller squares, do smaller. I will do bigger pieces like that. We can create by 4 as well in here, but that's okay. Okay, so we pre-marked this, and now I'm going to peel this off, and we're gonna cut pieces where we marked, and I hope you can see what we're doing. You can see the marker is visible, and we're just gonna place it in here, there. To be honest, I never work this way myself. If you know me very well, I do like to work by the color, and as much as I was like attempting to start and try it, I don't know, maybe I will like after this tutorial. And here you go. We created our first patch of work. And the beauty about this parchment paper that is coming out so easily, you don't have to worry that it's gonna stick hard to your canvas. As you can see, peeling like a butter. Okay, so let's cut more easily. If you have a sharp scissors, just slide Alright, so now we just left to make our tiny squares and put them in here. One, you can leave longer strips of paper as you cut. For example, if you don't like to work by little squares like this, we are off the camera, if you don't like to work smaller, you can place as it is a long way, and you just work by removing one piece at a time from one side or another side. Or if you like to work this way, then you can place strips, long strips this way. But since we already started to create this kind of mosaic in here, let's continue. Now we have left two more to go. And for those who don't like the squeaky cover sheets like the one that original, this is totally very good idea to replace it. Lots of company now start to send with the kids squares of parchment paper or whatever the paper is, to give you a choice if you want to have a clear sheet or just a little squares. So I think that's a great idea. And we're almost done. Okay, so as you can see now our canvas totally covered. It doesn't stick in here because I already have some drills on this corner. So this is like, it's pretty ready canvas to work on it. Now we are gonna try to work with the square. So if I peel in here, I will try to do this section first before I move on to next one. Next one maybe will be one up or maybe one just beside. But there is a new thing that I saw on Instagram. Lots of girls now doing stuff that, and I think if you are one of them, please raise your hand. You can mark this with the numbers in no order, and that way you will create something more interesting. For example, let your kids to pick maybe a number. Which one? For example, I'm gonna put this one because that's the one I want to start. And this is not permanent marker, so you need to have a better marker. And then you create, like, you know, maybe number 2 in here, 6. What am I doing? 1, 2, 6. That doesn't do very well with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you pick not by, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go here, then you pick in here, and depends what kind of image you have on your canvas. You will reveal different spots, which it's kind of like a gameplay, but also it just changed a little bit mood of your original, you know, the comfortable with diamond painting that you work in every day same way. This way it's gonna give you a little bit more fun by creating squares in different area, and then when you finish it's gonna be fun to see where's your like last piece that you have to drill and reveal the whole canvas. Now, I told you at the beginning why I don't want to cut my clear sheet, and I will keep it in one place. Why? Here it is why. I'm gonna pull out all top pieces from this paper from my canvas here. And I'm gonna put my clear sheet back on. Now, why I did this, and I will tell you why. So when I will start from this square, let's pretend I already finished in here, all drills already placed. And if you don't have a clear sheet, you would definitely go to peel out next one and work on this one. So while you work on this square getting dirty, the residue of dust, residue of pets, fur, your hair, your fiber from clothes, everything will stick to the borders. If you don't have a washi tape, it will stick between gems. So it kinda, you keeping this not protective, because when you place diamonds, this sheet not gonna stick anymore. So when I say this one already finished, this one you work on it, and you have to step away from your work. You clearly, like, you just put clear sheet on the top and all your work protected at once, and then you just peel away again later and keep continue work. So that way you don't like this sheet, but it's good to keep protective, because to the end of your little square, when you finish, it's going to be lots of dust collected on your diamond painting. And what happen if you spill some drink? At least if you spill drink, coffee maybe, on a protective sheet, you are safe. But what happens if you spill accidentally on that piece that was open and it went into the glue and damaged glue, and you're gonna start lose your diamonds? So I would suggest this way. For me, I think it's the most safe to do, and I hope you like this tip, guys, because I think this is good. And then later on, when you finish, you can simply just pull this away and maybe just tape it on this side with some sticky tape, and when you work now on the top and here, you still can cover all your sheets. And after you're done completely your diamond painting, all your parchment paper will be gone, and you don't have time to frame yet. So this is another way to put cover sheet all over. If you don't like this, you can still cover with full sheet of parchment paper and just roll it and put away till you're ready to frame. So I hope this is kind of help for you. So now to start work, I would just say, okay, let me put this piece back in here, because we will work this way a little bit. And yes, here it is, and this was my number one. Okay, to work on one place the piece in here, just you know, make sure all your tools are organized. I have here my tweezers, my straightener tool, my wax in this little compartment in here. Everything get ready, and then of course our drills, our diamonds, all in an order from lowest number to higher. That's how I like to stack them, and then I know which number is a lower if I have to go and reach for it. But also for this technique that we are using by the section, it will make a sense to work with multi tray. So I have in here my chocolate box that I have my trays already pre-marked with the symbols that I have on this square. Of course, it's not all symbols. There's too many colors in here because it's very confetti kind of area. But when I'm done with these symbols, for example, I don't have on the little square anymore of these symbols, I can wipe it easily with alcohol. How do you call this? Alcohol you can buy in a dollar store. And replace with different symbol. Or if you have too many diamond paintings, I'm sure you have lots of different trays. You can just put the trays away, because I'm sure you're gonna find those symbols on different diamond painting, and just replace in here brand new trays with symbols that you need to do next rounds in here. Or yeah, just like this. So finish with this one and then replace different colors into this tray, and then you put close to you in here, and then we will try to work, just, you know, pick. Now these trays are kind of facing, where's the camera, facing right, and this one facing down, but I put symbols in here the way it's supposed to be, like this would be in here, like straight up the way I look. The symbol not gonna go flip the tray in here because the symbol would be wrong, because this is the arrow pointing to the right. Now, oh, rubbing alcohol, that's what I was gonna say. You can wipe it easily, the symbols. Also, you can add in here to each symbol DMC code number, just for in case if you will mix up or something. Now, very important to remember not to mix symbols. For example, in here, two symbols of X, one of them in dark blue or black color, and one is the orange, like a yellow color, but they do have a different background, but you can't see the background in here if you mark your tray only in one color. So I would be really cautious about that one. Maybe even write down, if I would have an X, I would write down DMC code to make sure I don't mix my symbols, or write down with proper color as it is on a canvas if you can use, you know, colorful markers. So I think we are set in here, and now we're gonna try and see how this work, and I will try this technique together with you. So let's get close you to the canvas so you can see better, and we're gonna put diamonds into the trays and we will start work on it. So I'm just here preparing my drills for the work. I already put on the bottom row. Now I'm gonna fill in a little bit of each color to the top, and that's where you have to pay attention not to flip your tray different way so your symbol doesn't look point to the different side if it's an arrow or symbol similar. Okay, so I have to make sure it's go this way, especially this arrow. If you flip, the arrow will look that way, right? So that's gonna be totally different symbol. These drills, guys, are the best, the most shiny drills. I don't know, you cannot beat them. I don't think there's even exist better drills. They are so shiny. Even now, look how sparkle already. I pour way too many because we're not gonna have in one square this many colors, but that's okay. It's a beautiful display, and the good thing to keep them like this in a box. Of course, you have to put away safely somewhere where kids cannot reach or pets not gonna knock them down. But if you have a separate room for your craft and nobody go there, you can place this box right next to your diamond painting for later, and your beads already will be organized, and you don't have to worry to reorganize them again if you still didn't finish your square. And guys, sorry, the light is playing on me if it's a little bit too dark, because when sun hit through the window it changes light on my camera for some reason. Even I do use right now overhead light. Oh, this color is like a candy, seriously. How gorgeous. There. And get some sparkles on the sun. I need to find a sun. Anyways, so let's get started our diamond painting. I'm gonna pull out my tool. Of course, with this kind of setup, I'm not gonna be able to use my multi-placer, I think, but I will use one placer. So let me readjust camera and we will start. Okay, let's get started, guys. Now I just gonna say that this image symbols will be upside down for you, because the camera right in front of me. My drill's on the right hand side from me, so that way I'm not gonna create shadow for you. And let's see, we're gonna start with this corner and this dark symbols in here, arrow to the right, so I can grab my drill right from my tray, from the box, or I have a choice to actually bring my tray next to me to put in here, and that way it's gonna be much faster for me to create this little corner. If you want to create by each color separately, that way you need to have lots of trays at the same like, you know, lots of trays with the whole symbols, but that would be like way too many trays at once, and what happen if accidentally you will get spilled? You would have to work hard to pick them up all together again. So we don't want to create any accidents, but just, you know, a little bit for this video. We will change the colors more often just to see how this diamond painting will look like. And remember, when you create your diamond painting with one placer, it always will look much better and more precise. Diamonds will stay nicely on your lines. Alright, I think now we should change color to something different, and I have symbol in here that is a half of the circle, like this one, and here we are. This canvas is beautiful. You can see the symbols very nice. I don't have problem. And I just want to point it out because sometimes I watch other YouTubers and they say, like, you know, it's not clear enough symbols. Well, because it's printed on fabric, so obviously the paint go a little bit to the ridges of the fabric, the way it's made. But if you look, for example, on a symbol like this one, that's the 3 dots in here, there's no other symbol look alike. So obviously when you look in the same color, light green color, you will see them from far where they are. So I don't know, I don't have problem with this at all. And first of all, I always go after the color that it's more popping, like in my eyes, like a pop-up, you know, the more brighter one. Then I start, for example, I start work, as you can see, with this one before. I was doing some, I think, tutorial in my video, and that's the symbols that is clear red, like in here. So I was going first to the color that is more bright, and that's how I go. And then I go for the next color that is, again, it's kind of stand out from different colors or some interesting image of the symbol. Okay, I don't want to go far away, or maybe we should create this one little corner in here. And the purpose of diamond painting by section is to actually complete this section before you move on to different one. And that way you reveal little by little. Now I want to see what I have in here. Which one? I have here this little triangle symbol that I place. This one. Beautiful green color. My goodness, just look at that. It's amazing. It's amazing. So this little triangles we're gonna place in here. I don't think it's too many. Oh, quite a bit on this corner actually. if I would place one by one color in different color shades, like all the time different, it would take me probably more time just to find the tray and the proper beads or proper drills. Then this way kind of you go with one color and then change it. Let's just say you are bored out your mind of this color and you wanna try different color. That way you just put this tray and keep it for later again. And like for example, okay, here one. Where else? Here's the little one. Or not? No, that's 3 dots. Where? Give me one more. Right now. Right there. Okay, so let's move to the different one. And we have, there's a 2 lines, and this tray has a line go from right bottom corner to the left top corner, and also there's the lines in here go from left bottom corner to the right top corner. So that's another thing not to mistake and not to place drills on the wrong place. So if you have like these symbols very close, like you see this one go that way and the red symbols go that way, so this is supposed to be go that way. But just to make sure I'm right, I will look on the symbol and the key, and I will check my code for this beads. It says 444 color, so if I go to my bag, it is 444, so I did not mistake. But you know, just this double check if you right or not. So let's do the which we're doing a red one corners or lines. I really enjoy placing these diamonds because they are so bright. As I'm drilling right now, guys, there's this little squirrel playing on my window. My little pets. Okay, let's move to different color. And now make sure to place this tray back in the like a upside down position, because that's how it is with this canvas. Now I will go for the arrow that pointing down for me. For you, yes, pointing down. And because you're watching upside down, for you it's going to like point up. But this is the symbol that is this one. Beautiful pink, like a raspberry. No, not, yeah, raspberry. I was gonna mix up with strawberry. It's like a raspberry color. So what I think so far about painting by the section like this, it's definitely take longer. I would say it will take longer in a way because I have to change color too often. So I think I prefer to work by the colors, maybe by the colors in sections, with which that would separate my canvas by 2, for example, not on so many little squares, but let's just say bottom half canvas and the top half canvas, and that would create much faster. I have in here 3, so let's try to see how we can place 3 diamonds, if this is gonna be straight line or not. And it doesn't work. See, that's just a waste of time to do with multiplacer. By 1 we can create much faster. Alright, I know if I'm gonna drill all the way the square, it will take lots of time. So I hope you like this little bit drill with me tutorial and talk about how good the replacement parchment paper could be. And I'm just gonna place in here my clear sheet or parchment paper I will put in here, or I just gonna, because I like to work by the color, so I will peel out all these squares and use my clear sheet, because I love to work with clear sheet the most. I need to see my colors, I need to see my canvas. So guys, I hope this was helpful for you, and try the way you like. And maybe you will like this kind of drill with the help of parchment paper squares. So yes, have a good day everybody. Wow, what do you think? I think this was great tutorial. I still thinking, will I work by the sections or still go by the colors? I think my choice would be, I would still go by the colors, guys, and to be honestly, it's work faster for me. It's not like I'm not enjoying and I just want to go fast. It just, I like to see my colors. So the clear sheet provided by Dreamer Designs company, it's just perfect for me. I love to see where I'm gonna place my next colors. So parchment paper is great. It's great for me personally to work when I work with little sheet of parchment paper, and then I put on a sticky canvas and go by the colors, so I don't stick to the places where beads not placed yet. But if you like the squares and also to work squares with the numbers, but I think it's a great kind of game and challenge for you as well, do that and you will have fun either way, with the parchment paper or to work on a full sheet of diamond canvas and work with the clear sheet cover or parchment cover, but you still can go by the sections. But the way, if you wanna cut clear sheet, sometimes it doesn't go as a plan, can tear not properly or stick accidentally on the other side, so it's a little bit dangerous. So the way I show you, I think it's better way when you still can cover all canvas at once to protect and keep it clean, but work with parchment paper, little squares by little. So I hope you like this video, I really do. Please comment below and tell me what you think about this video today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give me thumbs up. Well, if you don't like it, thumbs down, that's okay too. I appreciate your honest opinion, and that's what most important for me and my videos. I want to hear your opinion, your voice, what you like, what you don't like, and what make our community is great all together. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.